A couple of guys were asking me when I went to the range, what kind of equipment do I like to take to the range? You know, what do I take my rifles out in and what do I use? What we have here on the screen, this is a Savage Mark II. It's a 22 long rifle. It's a sniper rifle, as y'all know. You know, everybody's got a 22 rifle with a scope and a tripod. You know, they're called sniper rifles now. Me, I call it just fun, is what I call it. Okay, what I have, the bipod I use is it's a Harris bipod. It's a 9 to 13 inch bipod. You know, it starts out at 9 inch and you can adjust it out to 13 inches. It's really a nice bipod for this rifle. It's one of the more inexpensive bipods. It doesn't swivel. I would recommend, if you all are looking for a good bipod, get one that swivels. It makes a big difference on keeping your crosshairs lined up and centered. You know, when you're on the target there and you have a little bit of deviation in your ground, then your crosshairs can be where they're not on the target. And with a swivel bipod, it actually works better. That way you can adjust the can of your rifle and it makes it where you can keep your crosshairs on target. Other people are asking me what kind of red dot do I use on the AR. I currently have a Spitfire. It is just a 1-power optic. It's a really nice optic. I like Vortex optics. They're really good optics for the money. They work. You know, I've had several optics on my 3-gun rifles that they would quit working due to the sun. You know, it'd be down on them and it would cause them to quit working. They'd overheat. But the Vortex Spitfire there, that red dot, it's just a real good red dot. Okay, on the Savage here, we have a Nikon Monarch 3 to 9 power scope. Works out awesome. I'm going to do some more videos on this rifle coming up. We're starting to get into where we have all of our competitions pretty much shot up. I'm catching all my ammo reloads up for my practice ammo. It's coming along real good. That Dylan's been working out great, been putting out a lot of ammo. But when I go out and shoot rifles, we're going to move this out of the way, I like to use heavy duty soft-sided gun cases. They're just a little bit easier for me to move around in the field than the hard-sided gun case. You know, I like the heavy duty models. To me, it just offers a little bit more protection. This one here has the Midway USA logo on it. I got this on a sale. And it was fairly inexpensive for what you get. You know, it comes with the pouch on there. It's a really, really nice scoped gun case. Also, what I like to use, this is a double-sided gun case. It's also a Midway USA item. I got it when it was also on sale. Has 2 large pockets here. And on the inside, it's able to put 2 rifles in there, or you can put a rifle and a tactical shotgun. When I go to the 3-gun events, this is what I like to use. Works out awesome. It's also a heavy-duty model. You know, I recommend when you get the soft-sided gun cases, you go with the heavy-duty ones. They do have some that are a little less quality, but the heavy-duty ones seem to work out great. You know, they're just good all-around way to carry your rifle to and from the range. The shooting mat here is also a Midway USA product. It's a heavy duty, I believe they call this the Pro Mat. It's really nice. It's got real good cushion when you lay it on the ground. It also comes with 2 zipper pockets so that you can put your dope data or your load data inside. It also has a place over here that you can put 2 pencils. So when you're out in the field and you want to write up your more load data or your dope data on your rifle, you can write that down and put it in the pockets, and you can always have it with you when you go to the range. It is a real nice padded shooting mat. I mean, if you don't have one of these shooting mats and you think, well, I'll just use a tarp or something like that, you know, those can work out great. But I'm telling you, these shooting mats with that cushion on there, it really saves your body some wear and tear and some agony. Okay, when I go to the main rifle range, I take these here are 12-inch targets. They're a little big but when you're sighting in your rifle, those 12-inch targets come in handy, because when you're not on target and you're trying to find out where your rifle is shooting, you need big targets to first get your initial group when you install your scope on there. From there, I go to a 8-inch target, which I can zero zero those shots down even closer. And then once I get my shots where I feel like they're hitting pretty good at a certain distance, then I take them out and I put them on the 3-inch targets. And on that 3-inch targets, I can put 24 of those onto one of these. This is a foam backer board. And with that, you know, if you can put 5 or 6, 10 shots on each one of those targets, you can have a fun day of shooting for fairly inexpensive. These foam backer boards are $1 a piece, and they make real good targets. You know, it doesn't bow the targets like it does on the poster board. So these foam backer boards, you know, that's what I recommend that you use when you're going out to the range. They work out real nice. Okay, and other items I like to use at the range, these are Bushnell binoculars. They are 16 by 50 binoculars. I do not have a spotting scope, and because of that, I can use these binoculars here to help me with seeing the targets after they've been hit. That's another reason why I use those shoot and see targets on there, is when I use these binoculars, it makes it a whole lot easier for me to see those hits. For distance measuring, I have a Nikon Avalon. This here is a nice rangefinder. It's from anywhere from 1 yard to 550 yards. In my area, shooting over 550 yards is probably not going to happen, so it does just good enough job for what I do. Most of the ranges here do not go over 200 yards. Now, we do have public ranges where you can go and you can pay, and they'll stretch you out to a mile if you need to. But just mainly our local public ranges, you know, they're all, you know, within 550, 600 yards. So they work out just fine. Also, to measure distance, I use a Garmin. This is an Explorus 200. I don't think they make that anymore. It's a waterproof design, but any of these Garmin rangefinders or GPS systems work out excellent. So, you know, you can set that on your target. You can walk back to where you're setting and it'll measure your distance. So what this does is it gives me 2 ways to measure the distance. I can either use it through the GPS or I can use it with the rangefinder. So they're the items that I use for when I go to the rifle range. It's just a quick little basic setup, but they all work out. A couple of things that I'd like to add in the future would be, like I said, I'd like to add a spotting scope. I think it would be better. It would help me out on my hits. That you use when you're going out to the range. They work out real nice. But that's a little quick video today, just a little update video on some people were asking me what I use when I go to the rifle range, and that's what I use. We have all of our ammo just about reloaded for our practice ammo, so from there we can start going to more rifle reloading videos, and I know Bear's been waiting on this, the 45 ACP videos. So we're going to get those videos out just as soon as we can. Right now it's just a real busy time, but I thought I'd make this video and kind of give you a little update and then tell you all what I've been using when I go to the rifle range. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks.